Fear Street Part 2, 1978 was even better than Part 1. It began where Part 1 left off and confirmed the likely. Sheriff Good had left the note at C. Berman's house, and C. Berman began recounting the events of 1978 to Dina and Josh, the Camp Nightwing massacre. Camp Nightwing's nurse was Mary Lane, Ruby Lane's mother. By her notes, it appears that Mary Lane may have been trying to lift the curse by reconnecting Sarah Fear's hand with her body. Unfortunately, she tried to kill Tommy. Tommy hit his head, bled, and then Sarah Fear possessed him. We knew from Part 1 that C. Berman survived the Camp Nightwing massacre. What we didn't know was that the local boy who gave her CPR and brought her back to life was a young Sheriff Nick Good. And what we also didn't know while watching Part 2 was that C. Berman was not Cindy Berman. C. Berman is actually Ziggy Berman. But when the cops came, young Nick Good told the cops that her name was Christine Berman. Why? Either Nick said that in an attempt to protect her from the witch, or else Ziggy is someone from the far past, and Christine Berman's connection to the witch has scrambled her memories as to who she really is. We also knew from the Part 1 intro that the Good family tore down the camp to make way for the Shadyside Mall. So Dina and Josh went there, where the hanging tree still stands, and found Sarah Fear's hand. They then went to her body to reunite the hand with the body. As Dina did so, her nose bled. That blood got onto her hands, which touched Sarah Fear's body. When that happened, Dina had visions of the witch, just like Samantha had. But then, Dina's visions went a step further. Dina has not only seen the witch, Sarah Fear, Dina has seen through the eyes of the witch. And what's wild is that a lot of those people took on the faces of Shadysiders from 1978 and 1994. So Part 3 would tell us what happened in 1666 using the actors and characters whom we bonded to over Parts 1 and 2. That's cool. As a reminder, the first tragic event was in 1666. Pastor Cyrus Miller snapped. He killed kids and cut out their eyes. And this article clipping states that Solomon Good pledged assistance to the families. Solomon Good is Sheriff Nick Good's ancestor, which begs the question, what about Nick's brother, Mayor Will Good? Young Will Good was a prejudiced coward, and now he's a mayor. As I said in the last one, I would not be shocked if the hands of the person in this robe, the hands of the person who may be responsible for the latest summoning of the witch, are the hands of Mayor Will Good. And speaking of hands, what if reuniting Sarah Fear's hand with her body is not enough? What if a new sacrifice needs to be made? Since Dina is seeing through the eyes of Sarah Fear, there's a chance that Dina sacrifices her hand to end the curse. Of course, that's pure tinfoil. But the real question is, if Dina ends the curse, will that free Samantha? Probably. And whose voice is this? Is it this guy's voice? And who is he? Maybe he was Sarah's lover? Of course, we've still got Chekhov's gun related to Josh giving Martin a paperclip to free himself. Maybe Martin will step in and save their lives in Part 3 or something like that. And last but not least, the strange mass of bodies in the cave that turned into Billy Barker, the Milkman, and Ruby Lane. Is that mass the bodies of the children whom Pastor Cyrus Miller killed? Maybe, but maybe not. We see Sarah here looking on, and we see more than one person's feet here in chains. So the mass that forms into the killers may be the bodies of other women who were accused of being witches before Sarah was killed. Either way, Dina and Josh may have to burn it or something. We'll find out next week.